In 1983, John Carpenter directed a movie called Christine. It was adapted from the Stephen King novel of the same name. It's about a nerdy teenager by the name of Arnie who buys a 1958 Plymouth. Little does he know, the car has a mind of her own, leading to the tragic events of this story. This is the car story. "25 years ago, 1958. Before she was Christine, she was known as a 1958 Plymouth. Plymouth was around from 1928 to 2001. The Plymouth was part of the Chrysler Group. The car used in the film was a 1958 Plymouth Fury, coming out of the Belvedere line of the same model. The Belvedere line existed from 1954 to 1970. The car comes with a 290 horsepower V8 from Chrysler. You can also opt in for 305 horsepower with a few more extra dollars. 0 to 60 time is 8.5 seconds with a top speed of 115 miles per hour. It is also known for its distinctive front end, as if the car is giving you a sinister look as you look at it, just like Melina from Mortal Kombat. I guess the car that gives you a happy grin is none other than a 1989 Mazda Miata. You can kinda see why Stephen King picked the 1958 Plymouth Rock. Gives you ultimate horror movie vibes. The rear of the car has fishtail backlights, while the front of the car has a very large grille. The table has been set. A movie star has been born. Arnie was friends with Dennis when he noticed a 1958 Plymouth at the junkyard. In the 1983 movie, the car was the star of the movie. Dennis has his reservations about the car, but Arnie is intrigued by it. He decides to buy it for $250. Arnie is considered a nerd and is being constantly bullied by the antagonist, the Repperton gang. He ends up fixing Christine. As a result, the car was given the love it always wanted. And in return, the car gave Arnie confidence. He was seen as cool, and he even got a girlfriend by the name of Leigh. It seems things are going up for our dear friend Arnie. He even got a brand new sense of style. Kind of different from the previous outfit he had on. It's definitely happy times in the first part of the movie. However, I have a weird, strange sense of sinisterness coming from this specific part. And as time go on, you'll recognize that this story is more tragic than you think. Following the opening song of Bad to the Bone, the movie takes on a similar approach like another Stephen King work known as Carrie, about a young girl who is being viciously bullied by her classmates who develops telekinesis powers and ends up using them in the most tragic way possible. However, in this case, Arnie becomes obsessed with the car. It's one of the many powers that the car has on its owner. Things get as worse as the Repperton gang decide to face Christine. This leaves Arnie heartbroken, but he is, however, determined to face Christine, even though his obsession is boiled over. This leads to the iconic Show Me scene in which the car repairs itself. But this 1958 Plymouth is not like any other car, and it has a mind of its own. She ends up taking out members of the gang one by one, which includes Moochie Welch, and with the iconic scene where the car is burning and determined to take out the leader, Buddy, after the car took out the entire gas station. Christine was out of control, and that prompted investigators to investigate the actual car and the owner, Arnie. Carrie. Detective Jenkins decided to question Arnie about the said deaths due to the car being at the crime scene, but Arnie denies being there each time. It was a huge change in Arnie's behavior. He became very cold-hearted. The car had a bad influence on Arnie, which also impacted his relationship with Leigh. He starts to alienate Dennis and Leigh, who realize that the car has a bad hold on him as well. They try to reason with him, but it was to no avail. The car also took out Darnell, who was part of the garage, who allowed Arnie to fix up Christine. This will lead to the climactic fight, which will include tragic consequences. The final fight is between Dennis and Leigh versus Arnie and Christine, in which Arnie dies in the process, and Christine is turned into a box. But is she really defeated? While at the junkyard with Detective Junkins, the car's grill moved. A little Fury has still got a lot of fight in her. The 1958 Plymouth Fury is one of the greatest cinematic cars of all time. It encompassed the horror genre aura quite well with its beautiful yet haunting design. The Molina-like grille and bumper and taillight has put it on the top spot as a horror icon. But I don't just see it as Christine, but a unique automobile from a company that is not with us anymore. The automobile that is not in the dark, but in the light. I don't see it with horror or fear, but with joy and happiness. I see it as a vehicle that does not evoke fear, but instead a symbol of treating people the way you want to be treated. The 1958 Plymouth is my symbol to treat others with a little more kindness. And to me, that is why the 1958 Plymouth is one of the legendary cars of history. Let us treat each other with a little more kindness. Thank you.